Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. My people, we have to continue to talk about Biafra. Biafra is our religion, and we have to evangelize, talk to people, and remind ourselves that after the declaration of Biafra, this is when the battle line has been drawn. This platform is one of the BRGIE media team platforms where we bring you authentic information. By way of disclaimer, we do not preach hate, we do not preach violence, because we are not violent people. Fellow Biafrans, for us to continue, speak to each other, constructive analysis of certain things. Hello, Vlogs 101. Thank you for joining. So, my fellow Biafrans, join me so that we will continue to let the world know about our existence, about the declaration of Biafra. Listen to what other people, listen to what other people have for us as their own views, and reflect on some of the prime ministers said in the past. Thank you, my people. Before I go ahead, I have to really thank God. Merciful Father, I glorify your holy name, my Lord. I thank you so much as your children. We love you as you loved us, Heavenly Father. I commit my leader, MSEN Nnamdi Kanu, our indomitable Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, into your holy hands, Father, Lord. God, let your will only and your will be done. Almighty God, I commit the entire Biafrans, both those who and those who live in abroad, into your holy hands, Father, Lord. We know that you will always get our back. Leko, thank you so much for joining. Wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Yesterday, I was working with my phone, and my people, I can tell you it wasn't easy. I have corrected my computer, and I am able to work with ease. You know, we Africans, we are used to working so hard. Thank you, Mbano, thank you so much. Thank you. We don't like making life easy for ourselves, but unfortunately, I forgot the lead in Finland because we were doing the same media work. No rest. Finland. You come back late, sleep very early, you jump up. I thought I was going to have a little break. So, my people, I have some old videos that you may have seen from Finland. My own platform, I will be very happy and feel so obliged to play them for you and explain some of the things because I was there live. It was fantastic. But before we go there, my people, hello, Amechi Iziogo. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Let us listen to one of our PM's video.
There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clear eye. Then I'm telling you people today, if you...
Thank you so much, Blessed Monet. Thank you. You are welcome. I highly appreciate all of you, because if I'm here and you people are not with me, whatever I'm doing will be useless. But for your presence, I am very happy, and I welcome all of you. Make your comments and we will discuss it. This platform is a place where Biafrans have to come and talk about our freedom to the world. We are now a government, and I can assure you, thank you so much. You are a star. Yes, I can assure you that Nigeria government will never give up, because once you are a terrorist, you can never change. But we have to play some videos and analyze them as much as we could and move on. Life goes on.
No, you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. Listen and pay attention. I don't have friend. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve in the home.
Hello, Great the Great.
If you become a problem, you will regret it in the homeland. Listen and pay attention. I don't have friend. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve the Biafra people in the homeland. If you become it is a call to serve Biafra people, not a call to serve Samarepa, not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states, not a call to do paddy in the Biafra government. The price and the consequence is heavy. Many people have died in this struggle. You must listen to instruction. You must take directive, joke with it.
Yes, my people, this video of the Prime Minister is reflecting on the principle of equity and justice. For you to work in the Biafra government, you have to be very equitable. You have to be someone with clean hands, because equity demands that for you to come to equity, you must come with clean hands, and that is pure justice. You don't have to come to Biafra land to fight your fellow Biafrans, or to form groups or gangs, or be looking for money where there is none. Biafra is not a chattel, is not a commodity, is not for sale. A lot of people have died, as the PM rightly talked about. We Biafrans should know one thing, that we have been in the zoo for so many years, suffering all manner of ill treatment, degrading treatment, intimidation, torture, and all. They buy our people on daily basis, and nobody accounts for those lives. Therefore, if you are working in Biafra land, working in this struggle as a minister or as a volunteer or whatever you are working as, your mind should be there. But my people, I can assure you that is not always the case, because during the time of old, when biblical people were there having close contact and relationship with God, there were 12 disciples of our Lord Jesus Christ, and one of them was Judas, that sold Jesus Christ £1.10. So during the time of Ojukwu experienced a lot of sabotage, as our PM said here, that he has no friend in this agitation. Just do your work and mind your lane. That's what the PM reflected on here. But my people, it can never be so. It is always a case that when you are doing something that requires a group of people around you, always expect anything worse than you can imagine. You can never achieve success 100%. I know that some people sabotaged Ojukwu, and it never ended there. When they came back from Nigeria Biafra War 1970, was restarted, and he was also sabotaged, because at the point he was detained, and those saboteurs went to the prison to tell him that all his commanders have surrendered, and the man became weak. In fact, the corrupted ones went with them to the prison, and when he saw them, he was, hello, Victor Bear. Thank you so much for joining. My people, we are 26 now watching, 12 minutes in the program. Try and click the like button so that more Biafrans will be notified. Thank you so much. So why I am addressing this very hello, John Delia, long live our PM Mazi Simon Ekpa, long live our great leader Mazi Nnamdi. Thank you very much. Long live Finland as well. Free our great leader Mazi Simon Ekpa. Yes, that's the spirit. So my people, as I am reflecting on this very video that our PM made here, he said that he has no friend in this struggle for freedom for Biafrans, that he will not tolerate any behavior that does not conform with our principle of achieving our goals as free people. But it's not easy, my people. Whatever has happened now to our PM has something to do with sabotage. They sabotaged Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as well after Owazirike, and finally sold him. Hello, Eugene. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am doing my best. I'm trying to do anything, but my people, I have to carry on. We have to preach to the world that first and foremost, our PM, who has now been either detained on grounds of home arrest, not to leave the house, and not to make any call, that he's not a terrorist. He is not. Mandela was called a terrorist. He was held in prison for 27 years. Gandhi of India was called a terrorist. So calling us terrorists is not a news. Rather, I see it as badge of honor. When they call you terrorist, what next? What next will they call you? So my people, now our PM, his case is in the court and they are carrying on their investigation. Finland one time fought Russia. And I know that somebody like our PM led them and they were successful, though it wasn't easy for them. And I can recall that them was on the space, reminding us that this is a precarious moment for us, a tougher time, that we should expect anything happening after the declaration. But like smart people that Biafrans are, Nigeria was planning to call themselves regional government on the 30th of November so that they will continue to cage us in. But the ministers regrouped and said, wait a minute, what do we think that will happen on the 2nd of December? Let us utilize this opportunity and make it 29th. And on the 29th of November, that history was made. And I thank God so much that I was present there, joining the historic moment. It was very, very massive. It was like a carnival because Biafrans that turned up, they were like, I don't know how to describe it. Massive turn up. People turned out in mass. And it was magical because that was the wish of Biafrans. I know, as usual, somebody said that Nigerian journalists and some Biafrans who have been brainwashed not to join what we are doing, but they will regret it in the end, because when Biafra comes, such people will be entering Biafra land, no matter where they are coming in from, as foreigners and as visitors and as immigrants. So whatever is our immigration rule, they have to contend with it. Because what we did was legal. Onyendu was not the one that declared Biafra. Our PM was not the one that declared Biafra, but an ordinary Biafran read out our grievances and based on those grounds declared Biafra as a nation. So many countries did exactly what we did. Some declared their own, like France declared their own in United Kingdom under the leadership of Charles de Gaulle. Other countries declared their independence abroad. So we are now a nation. What we are looking up to now is the release of our PM, because they have to investigate, and from their investigation, Nigeria will be exposed. Our PM, his name is not in the list, the American list of terrorist groups and the individual terrorists. His name is not there. I have a video of a lady who is a journalist, though a Nigerian, but she has lived in America for over 30 years, and she is a seasoned journalist. I have her video here to play for you to listen to, just to address it. No one would assert point that our PM is a terrorist. He's not. He's fighting for his people. So let's listen to this lady, her own analysis.
Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. It's Sunday, December 1st, 2020.
Yes, John Diala said we must move to the land of Biafra. Yes, and this will not be business as usual. Let's listen to her and get what she is saying, because it relates to our PM's very matter.
If I start to talk, you wouldn't like me. All right. But for the intelligent Biafrans, okay, who are so intelligent that they're ready for change and they're ready to move forward, I will educate you. Not the non-entities like Harry Tweets or whatever and all this nonsense people.
Oh, Eugene Okpata. Really? You were watching me from Biafra? Oh my God. That's very wonderful. That's kind of you. Yes. We were there videoing people and posting. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. I wonder what link, if you can be specific, let me know which link you want. Thank you so much, Eugene. Thank you.
X. Okay. Now, let me give you an update on Simon. Simon Ekber is not going to wait for trial in May of 2025. I'm going to explain it because I really got to find with my Finland journalist friend. Okay, there is something in the constitution of Finland, all right? Finland's constitution does not allow bail. They don't bail people. They don't have a bailing system like America, Nigeria, and other places. The Finland has given the authorities, the MBI, their FBI over there, up May of 2025 to present evidence that Simon is actually a terrorist, sponsor, and ordering terrorism activities Southeast, beating people up, ordering people to be beaten and attacked if they went to vote in the elections. Now, you know that borders around politics, which I don't cover. So the investigative people, the FBI over the MBI, they have.
My people, she said, she said that she contacted her journalist friend in Finland because, according to her, she has lived 10 years in Canada and 20 years in America, and in total 30 years. Before she came, wow, GOC Eze, watching from Gabon. Thank you so much, my people. Remember to click the like button so that it can invite more of our Biafran people to listen to what we are doing this evening. Thank you so much. So the lady journalist, Dr. Kemi Lawrence, is talking about our PM. She said that Finland government has given Nigeria up to May to prove that our PM is a terrorist or sponsoring terrorism, that her Finland journalist friend told her that Finland does not have this legal system for bail, which means if you are detained in Finland, they can only release you when it pleases them. You know, Finland and Russia are the same. These are people who don't do things the English way. They do it according to their own rule. And There is nothing like twisting anybody's hand because they are not corrupt. They are not corrupt. You can't twist anybody's hand. But she is saying that our PM could be out of this whole mess maybe by January, February. Let's keep listening to her.
Till May. If they come up next month, January 1st, and say, we have enough information to put Simon kind of doing all those bad things in Nigeria, ordering it from here on social media, whatnot, then there will be a scheduled trial. It may not be May, it could be February, March, April, anytime. Okay, because everybody got. So, if the NBI comes out with the report before May 2025 that Simon Ekpa, everything the Nigerian government is calling us about is a, then they let him free. Not even a matter of bail hearing, blah blah blah. Compared to Diddy, okay, Diddy is in prison till May of 2025 when his scheduled trial starts. Diddy has applied for bail 3 times and he's been denied by 3 different judges. He's not coming out soon because his case is very complicated. They're more concerned about witness tampering over there. Meanwhile, the Biafran government that was formed in Finland this past week, first I'm going to congratulate them because they're moving forward with their own agenda. Some of you were laughing on social media. You thought it was funny, right? You don't understand how America started. I've lived in America 30 years of my life. 35 in North America. Let me tell you about something, because those laughs you're laughing, okay, will not be laughs later on, because you may not be here. I am myself doing this video. I may not be here. I don't write books. I like videos because a video stays forever. This video I'm doing now might be seen by people in 2099, and in 2099 I don't know where I'll be. But at the end of the day, leave a legacy, leave a video. You need to understand the people that did this events in Finland had a convention style event where they declared the United States of Biafra, own country, outside Nigeria. And then they divided the states into 40. The southeast and south states, they divided into 40. Okay? And in their own looking land, they had a judge, they had people who approved it, they had a constitution, and they did their thing. Okay? They even named 2 of those states. If any responsible journalist in the Nigerian media had sense, they would sit down and watch these videos and see what was done in Finland and make it news. But they all refuse to cover it because they think it's a joke. This is how it started in 2016, when I was at Petal's FM radio station in Ibadan reporting about Biafra, and somebody in the newsroom kept saying, I can't, because the boss says we can't report anything about breaking up Nigeria. I was the only one. Then Eze and Vanguard, the editor of Vanguard, was also reporting. Those were the only 2 media reporting Biafra. Then all of them joined. As soon as they saw.
Yes, my people, let me remind you people of what she said from the beginning of the video, which I'm not sure some of you heard. She said that we should be careful because some of these saboteurs are in our midst. She said that a lot of them are in our midst. And the Reverend Sister, who is also a seer, warned that our PM should be careful because of these infiltrators, that they will be in his cabinet. That's what she said, that they are all in our midst. So I'm not surprised that our PM was rounded up this way, by Finnish government, which I am a bit happy about, that it all happened in Finland. At least some genuine Biafrans, like the European rep Uche that is there in Finland, could have access to see or to talk to him or to tell us that he's alive or not. But thank God he is hearty and healthy. So, my people, she is also saying that some people were laughing. That is typical of Africans. They don't take things serious because they don't read. As Onyendu said, they don't read to know that government in exile is legal. Nothing is wrong with it. So many countries have taken advantage of that legality of having and forming your own government abroad, especially with a country like Nigeria that has no regards whatsoever to human life or human rights. In Nigeria, they practice both English law and Sharia law. They have president and emirs, all powerful entities in one country. So this is what our predicaments are like. You are in the hands of a terrorist government that doesn't give a toss of how human beings are being treated, but they love their own, they protect their own. When BRGIE was demanded to be extradited to America, they protected him. Though some people say that he threatened them, that if they send him to America, he will open up a can of worms on all of them. So they decided not to send him to America. What happened today? Nothing. Terrorists will be caught, handed to police. They will convert them and tell you that they are repented. Give them military uniform, hand guns to them, and they will take to Southeast and be buying our young men, because that is what they have set out to do. Obidayama Lafia gave us that intel that their plan is to extinct the Igbos and Islamize everybody. In our own land, all these are coming from people who came from Sahel, who have no indigenous affiliations with anybody in that region in Africa. They came from Sahel. They came from North Africa. And they are here giving us woto from all angles. Some of us brainwashing our people against ourselves, and we are dancing to their tune because we are scared of their violent nature. So let's continue to listen to this lady.
So the military starting to kill people. That's good news for the Nigerian media. That's when they start reporting shit. So at the end of the day, okay, anyone in the Nigerian media that didn't study this stuff will look like a fool later on. I studied everything. I even noticed 2 of the states were named after Odumegu Ojukwu. I saw Ikemba State and I saw Odumegu State. Okay, for you guys there in Finland that you're forming your United States of Biafra, continue with the activities of a legal country. Okay, no violence, enact your constitution, have your media people, you have to have whatever a country has in the diaspora. Many things have happened in Nigeria in the exile. Okay, Wale Soyinka was once in exile. Tinubu was once in exile. Many people were in exile. They came back to that, became leaders, and moved on. Everybody's coming back to Nigeria. Nigeria is coming back to Nigeria. Biafra is coming back to Nigeria. And people are not ready for this. Let me go back to that Finland thing. For those of you laughing, listen carefully to me, because I grew up States. All right. Next year is a big year in America, not because of FIFA World Cup in America for the first time in a country that doesn't play soccer as much, but crowds are coming to America next year. Okay. What is happening in America becomes 250 years old. The 250th birthday of America, many events are already shaping up. They're building things and rallies and all that. When America was born, the British came to America to conquer America and all over the place. They found the Indians there. So there were wars and fights and all that. Eventually, when they conquered some of us, okay, they came as pilgrims. That November, the pilgrims sat down, they shot turkeys in the sky, cooked them, ate a Thanksgiving meal. You need to know the history of America. Lady Liberty was built. Ellis Island was the place all of them used to enter America. That's why they named it Ellis Island, and they built the Statue of Liberty there. Okay? But in Philadelphia, where I went to school, Philadelphia is where the Declaration of Independence happened. Declaration of Independence. Independence. And the founding fathers of America, all of them, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, you saw all of them, how they were all writing the Constitution. And they wrote the Second Amendment, the right to have guns. At the end of the day, you can't change the U.S. Constitution. And then it went all the way to 50 states in America. The Declaration of Independence and the signing of the United States Constitution to 50 years ago. And then all the states were divided and they were put together. The Indians are still in their enclaves in America, but if you don't do these things, okay, in the areas where you need to do it, it wouldn't happen. So if you're laughing at Biafrans forming 40 states outside Nigeria, you'll be shocked when those states enter Nigeria. They themselves that did not form these states are called the founding fathers of Biafra. And you'll be shocked what happens. I'm telling you, those people forming itself may not be here. They're doing it for your children. I'm just telling you because I'm a smart and intelligent journalist. If you like, laugh at me. Thanks for watching.
So my people, you have heard that said the history that was made on the 29th of November 2024 is real. We have done a great reference. Now nobody can say to us, online miscreants, this and that. Onyendu did the Biafra. Our PM was not the one that declared the Biafra, not the COS, the second in command, did not declare the Biafra, but an ordinary Biafran who read out all the grievances and then finally declared Biafra, and the whole was let loose. All the dignitaries that attended, I will try to see if some of them, their videos are here to show you and listen to what they said. My people, we are not doing anything that is illegal. We are not finding anybody's problems. We are not violent people. She mentioned violence if we can avoid it. We are down there in our homeland, you know, and they will always come from there. They will always come from there to talk to us. They will be there to fight us, you know. So my people, I have some of these views.
Have been under a brutal dictatorship since that time and have not had their freedom. And President Battle wants to bring freedom and democracy to his people.
This one is Elias, you all know him, our lobbyist. And this one, I took picture with him. He is the Amazonian representative that came, and that's him over there. Hello, my wonderful brother, Iko Tony. How are you? I hope you are doing very well. We came back 2 days ago on the 4th. Finland was magical. So this is Elias talking, and after his video will be that of the Amazonian representative. Let's listen to Elias, my people, and we can talk about some of the things he is saying. That was after the declaration on that 29th. They all started coming out to talk.
And it's been honored to represent this cause in Washington and very strongly supported by our government leadership in Eritrea. So his recognition by us is very significant.
Hello, Amy Best. Thank you for joining. Good evening from here. My people, Biafra is going to be a very wonderful, fascinating, and fantastic nation. Everything was done. Everything went smoothly well. That's Farm Diane from America as well. All of them, they were fantastic people. Let's listen to Elias.
And I believe through what he's doing, through other contacts we're making, I think we can get recognition from other states in Africa and other countries as well. So we'll be having a lot of conversations outside the U.S. government with other governments that are sympathetic, and I think we can make a lot of international progress.
More wheels on the ground.
Biafra's struggle for independence is a sublime one, in which the lands of its indigenous people can finally take control of their own destiny.
Thank you.
Too long, the people of Biafra suffered under colonial bondage and now neo-colonial oppression, being forced to be on the Nigerian yoke. With the declaration of restoration of the Biafra, that is all finished.
Fire on the mountain.
Let us strive to create a new nation, serve its people, and be an example to the world. My Biafrans, my fellow freedoms, long live independence, long live an independent and sovereign.
Eso, what's going on?
Biafra.
They told themselves this history cannot go without them.
Yes, my people, Elias was narrating to Biafrans how they are working tirelessly hard to settle, and how so many countries are interested in recognizing Biafra. My people, it was so wonderful. You see thousands of Biafrans in that room, and you will feel so happy, feel so much at home. In fact, that very day, I was running around the whole hall, making my videos and screaming at the same time. It was fantastic, my people. Now, let us listen to the Amazonian representative.
Struggling to get into the race, and I was like, this is defiance. In the first one, it is something to be happy about. See fine men and women present here to write their name in that history in the making. That history is ours and it's to claim.
Yes. Go on. As you know, you post.
so that will be a spirit like this between Finland, Norway, and all the other people in Europe who think that arresting our leaders is democracy or it is human right that they are ashamed.
Yes.
Norway I disgrace to you. I am always very wrong when you quote my words. So,
Hello, Mary, my sister. Thank you for joining. Yes. Dewo, thank you. Thank you so much. Our lobbyist Elias has spoken, talked about countries that will, Hello, Kingsley.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Please, I want to contribute a lot. I want to contribute a small quota in your program.
Oh, friends, they are listening.
Yeah. Can you permit me to speak my language, Igbo? Is it possible?
Well, even if it is broken, you know that we Biafrans, we are mixed. We try to speak in English. Go on.
It's okay.
Go on.
It's okay.
You mix it up.
So, my dear sister, I want to let people that is mocking us now because of Simon Eba is not with us.
Yes.
But they forgot that his spirit is with us.
Yes.
And then you know that Biafra is it's not a family business. Anybody can give us Biafra.
Yes, exactly.
Nnamdi Kanu said, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, if you know what you can do to get us Biafra, you do it.
Yes.
There is more dangerous people more than Simon Eba.
I agree with you.
We are watching.
Yes.
All this that is happening now is spiritual.
Yes.
In order to put confusion in us.
Yes.
Joy Boko told Nigerian government, when Nnamdi Kanu is captured, all the whole followers will run away. But we prove him wrong.
Yes.
When they remove Nnamdi Kanu, there was Simon Eba. There is Simon Eba.
Yes.
The problem Nigerian government have is this. Before Simon Eba left us, he really prepared us.
Yes.
No one can play tricks on us. No one can confuse us.
No.
Our eyes is on the board. Ihe anyị ha mere eme, mana anyị ga-egosi ndị Nigerian government maka na ndị Igbo na-akpọkwa ha na-aga ebe ha na-eje na-agwọta ọgwụ ndị ahụ. M na-agwa gị the fact.
Yes.
Nne gị egbe m ntị o. Ụfọdụ ndị na-akpọ gị na fon awụchaghị ndị gị na jos pacha nkata edobe nka.
Yes.
Enwere ndị na-abụghị ọdịnarị na-akpọ gị na fon. Before ma gwa ha nwa n'onwe ha ma ihe ha na-eme ọgba aghara dị n'ime ndụ anyị onwe ihe m hụrụ. But no problem. Onye ma nke ọ ga-eme this time, both spiritual, both physical, should bring it out. Anything you believe, what we do not believe is to hear Lakoba in our place. We don't want it. We don't want it.
At all.
But anything you believe that will make us to be strong and back again, like before, like never before. We should do it. They want to put contamination in us so that we be confused. But it's impossible. This thing is a spirit. These people doesn't know.
They don't know.
This thing is a spirit. You can't stop it.
Yes.
We are waiting for Nigerian government to bring evidence against Simon Ekpa. Nobody to wake up on his feet or laugh. They laugh last.
It's...
We will fight Nigerian government physical. We will fight Nigerian government spiritual. Ihe abụghị ihe ofu onye. Ihe abụghị ihe Simon Ekpa ka na-eme. Ama ihe a na-agwa gị. Ha chọrọ ka iji bịa gosiwe ha na anyị ga-eyi ha egwu. Anyị ga-anụsị ndị ọgwụ na mmụọ a. Nụsị ha ọgwụ n'ibe.
Yes.
Akwakwa gị eziokwu.
Yeah.
Ugbu ikpe ihe mere ka anyị wụsị COS. Ihe ọhụụ na ịma ihe chọrọ ịgwa gị bụ ụfọdụ ihe COS na-emekwe emakwaghị ihe ya na Simon Ekpa maka na ọ pụọ ọ nọchie o dogburu ya anya o duru Simon Ekpa anya na emere invite and na ọ ga-aga. Ihe niile ndị a cabinet niile ndị a all these new people I mere appoint now onwe nke will new to him. He knows every one of them.
Yes.
He have already prepared us.
Yes.
Ozi anyị maka ọ dị n'aka iwerezi ihe ahụ o nyere anyị ka o shipụtazie ụwa. Banye ime ka Nigerian gọọmenti hafụ ụra ha ụra maka na onye ya na-agba ọka ga-achụ oke.
Mba.
Anyị ga-achụgide ndị a tupu ha na be anyị. That is our target.
Yes.
Our target is to drive any military out from our land. Starting from police to any force, we will drive them out of our land.
Yes.
We are going to contribute money like never before. Agwakwa m ofu onye na anyị akpịsụ obodo oyibo anyị nọ. N'ime ihe anyị na-aga emenwu ike nweta ego oyibo mmadụ n'izu ohi. Mana anyị ga-agba mbọ ụlọ na anyị ga-agbata afụfụ nweta ego ahụ. Ego anyị ga na-eji azụ okpuru igwe a ga-eji gbogbo ndị Nigeria.
Yes.
Na comment, anyị na-ezozi ezo.
Mba.
Anyị chọrọ ngwa agha, anyị na-esi ezo.
Anyị na-edefend onwe anyị. We did not go. Yes.
I am defending myself.
Yes, they came land. We didn't go to them. So,
these people brought war to us. We are going to defend ourselves.
It's allowed.
That is the thing.
Yes.
We cannot keep silent. I cannot be here. These people will render my people, send them to IDP camp. I cannot be here. I cannot be here.
Daalụ nwanne m. God bless you. Yeah, your name is here. I'm gonna send the programs. Thank you. Oh, thank you. So my fellow Biafrans, you have heard our brother. He has aired his mind. He's not shakeable. He is not lily-livered. He is not a coward. And we are here to tell the world how we feel, what we have been going through in the hands of Nigeria. Nigeria is the terrorist country, and they now went and told Finland that our PM is a terrorist. That's the same thing they called Nelson Mandela when he was fighting apartheid in South Africa. They kept him for 27 years so that they will have enough time to steal everything they want to steal. The same thing is going on now in Biafra land. My brother Waris Jinadu said indigenous Biafra people self-determination and land liberation is alienable birthright, and in pursuant to UN Article 3, indigenous people rights to nationality or change nationality without hindrance. Yes, that is our inherent right. And the UN Article 3 had it. Even in the UK, Article 3 had it that you cannot inch on anybody's right to freedom, and you cannot torture anybody under that article, Article 3 of European Human Rights. So he continued, indigenous Biafra people, self-determination and land liberation is an inalienable right. Many ways to achieve Biafra government in exile. YN via diplomacy, forging alliances, denialization, trade embargo, media, more awareness, passive resistance, referendum, M1 out of the zoo. Hello, Chizoba Peter. Thank you, Nin. Thank you so much for joining. My people, we are 37 now watching. Let's keep clicking the like button to invite more Biafrans. We must create this awareness to the world and to those Biafrans that have been brainwashed. Somebody he mentioned here, Joe Ibokwe. Those are all the people that were brainwashed, and they talk nothing but about Biafra. They are willing slaves to the Fulanis. There's this young lady trending. I haven't got her video. She is an Hausa girl. She has been talking about the freedom of their people. Yes, that's what she talked about. Let's listen to the Amazonian representative that turned up. So many dignitaries were present, and some of them spoke out loudly about the importance and the need for Biafra freedom. Yes, my sister Mary said all Biafran girls having zoo uniform men as boyfriends. Stop fornication. Our men stop friends with zoo. Buying Biafrans in United States of Biafra. Thank you, my sister. Thank you so much for that comment. Thank you, my people. Make your comments respectfully and constructively. I will read it out for Biafrans. We are not many today. Just
ladies and gentlemen, you cannot detain an ideology.
No. No.
It is only somebody who needs a screwdriver to screw the mouth on his own head that will think that they can arrest an ideology, put in a pocket, and you cannot shoot an ideology with a gun. You cannot destroy it. You cannot do nothing. You cannot. It is only when you see somebody running to the toilet and something distracts that person, not that that person don't have enough. When you have enough pressure, you keep everything that is on you. Yes. I was surprised that the people of Biafra have that pressure of somebody with a rolling stomach.
Yes.
So my people, let me tell you people what he said here. He said that when somebody is pressed with running stomach, hello, Prezi Olga, all hail Biafra. Thank you for joining. Samara Hannah, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, my people, you know, in Finland that day, it was so magical, like a carnival. Our people, this very hall is so massive, and people were standing, no space. I was so excited, very happy. I took picture with almost all the dignitaries. I took picture with Elias, this one here. I took picture, that is the Amazonian representative. I took picture with him. I also took picture with the Eritrean president. They all came. And another man that I don't know, I couldn't cover his program. One said that 5 countries told him that they want to recognize Biafra, that they are interested in Biafrans, that we are very unique people. It was fantastic. I really wasn't happy that I didn't cover him, you know.
With the anxiety that this declaration of independence happened in my life before.
Definitely.
I was surprised that it happened yesterday. That we have the toilet is the same pressure we have to this.
Yes. Yes.
Nothing in Finland will stop us.
No. No.
Arrested Dr. to stop us.
No.
Now the stupidly went for His Excellency Samuel.
Oh. Yes. United States of Biafra.
President of the Amazonian Governing Council.
Okay.
Gymnastics that are happening here in Finland. You all know what they are looking for. They are afraid of this present African generation.
Yes.
They are afraid of this present African youth. Because they are enjoying the economic
Can I take you?
that have instilled in
I think the voice ended here. My people, it was fantastic. You know, it was fantastic. I really, really was so happy on that day, 29th, for that history we have made is wonderful. There's another man that came.
Breaking news. The United States of America, under the administration of Donald Trump, is set to recognize Biafra as an independent state. This is revealed by a senior fellow at Cato Institute.
Yeah, before I go to that, let me read what our brother said. Jinadu, Biafra self-determination and land liberation is a voluntary job. Biafra is a collective mission work and sacrifice by individual Biafrans. Human resources, sweat, blood, and tears, labor. Thank you, Sinadu. Let's listen to this man in his broadcast. The reason I took this video is because of this very man. I haven't made my own video with him, but I covered him when he was talking. By that time, we were taken away from the big hall to a smaller one, named after the Finland man that composed Biafra national anthem. The man was called Jean Sibelius. That's the hall where this other man came from America. Let's listen to him.
Honorable Bando, while addressing Biafrans in just concluded the Biafran Convention in Finland.
That have occurred in Africa, in Nigeria, I don't have to go through them, you have lived them. In terms of internal conflict and violence, of misrulership, of corruption, of political misbehavior, even of the current government. But the problems, unfortunately, there was great hope when the dictators. But if one looks at Africa and looks at Nigeria today, one sees it getting worse, not better. And that is wrong. And that is.
You know that Oyibo, they respect themselves. Now that they are investigating our PM, they will also listen to this Oyibo man talking about Nigeria and how bad Nigeria terrorist activities is affecting the people in that region. Then they will understand that our PM is not a terrorist, neither does he sponsor any terrorism. He doesn't. And that our donation is to defend ourselves and our homeland. So that's why I took this video, for us to listen to this man and every comment he makes.
It's a threat to you all, families back in Nigeria, and it's a threat to everyone who lives in Biafra.
Yes, they are threats.
I think that it's important here, it's vital that these opportunities are lost. An area that I care especially about is religion active in Nigeria, where at times the government and governments have seemed as willing to attack the citizens of Nigeria as to protect them from those terrorist threats. This, I think, is an important issue to bring forward. It's also important to address the Trump administration when it's think about future friends in Africa. That Biafra would be a Africa.
Yes.
And you are certainly making that case. And you need to have those you know in America to make that case in America as well. Because again, Donald Trump, shall we say, a very unique person.
Yes, he said that Biafra is definitely going to be a friend of America. He's a congressman, and he will definitely be working with Donald Trump after his inauguration. He said that the genocide committed by Nigeria, everybody sees it. You know, another one called Michael Rubin also talked. He's a think tank person.
Put it this way. When George Shultz was the United States Secretary of State under Ronald Reagan, whenever a new U.S. ambassador would be nominated to a different country, George Shultz always invited him into his office on the 7th floor of the State Department, and he had a big globe there. And he would tell the ambassador nominee, show me your country. And God forbid if that ambassador pointed to Gabon or Senegal or Somalia or Kenya, George Shultz would say, no, never forget that your country is the United States of America. The point of this, that some ambassadors believe that they are successful if they have good relations with the country to which they are sent. But that's not the job of the ambassador to be liked by the president, the prime minister, or the dictator. It's the job of the president to advocate for United States national interests. And I would argue that United States national interests are strongest when they're liberty and moral clarity. So rather than have an ambassador who simply wants to have good personal relations with an undemocratic leader, therefore endorses undemocratic things or ignores real problems, that we stand with moral clarity, even if it makes for an uncomfortable meeting. This is why personally, and I wrote about it at the time, I was so disappointed when Secretary of State Antony Blinken, a man who based his legitimacy, Senate confirmation, on the fact he was a Holocaust survivor.
Hello, Universal Queen. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you. Anyone can join me on the studio or call to speak to Biafrans. We have enough time to one another. We're here now 1 hour 13 minutes. I'm just unveiling some of the videos that I recorded during the conference.
When he ignored and took, when he sat with Muhammadu Buhari, and when he took the Religious Freedom Watch list. You know, politicians and diplomats don't like to be criticized. And when you see such hypocrisy, if you write about it, and I'm going to the, that is something which they will notice. They may not want to admit that they are making a mistake, but they will criticism and hopefully not make the same mistake. So,
my people, you know that America listed Nigeria as one of the terrorist countries, and the Biden government removed their name. Blinken, the Secretary of State, and that's what he's talking about. How these politicians are very hypocritical issues, and that it was during the time of Buhari that this incident occurred. He is a writer. He writes about countries and what happens to those countries. and to White House. He has written about Nigeria and he's supporting Biafrans. Our Minister of Finance went to his office and met him one-to-one. I made a video of that some time ago.
So part of the problem is the culture of the American State Department and, frankly, the British Foreign Office and so forth. But part of the problem is that the Biafrans need far beyond the borders of Biafra and far beyond the confines of the communities.
Yes.
Thank you, Michael. No. Last question.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate you. Two questions for you.
Okay.
Yes. Can you please promise the Biafran people that you will keep exposing the Nigerian government and keep exposing the atrocity, and you want to write up more, whatever you can, to speed up the release of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, which was, I came across one of your tweets. That was really good. We appreciate you. Please promise the Biafran people that you will keep helping us in fighting our cause. We look up to you, and we believe that you know what we are fighting for, and we really appreciate you. And can Biafran people hear from you? You hold you accountable with your word, that you will always be with us.
Yes. The short answer is yes. The longer answer is the American Enterprise Institute is a nonprofit. I am given the authority to write about whatever I want. There is no pay to play. I am not a lobbyist. I write based on the principle of what I see, with an effort driven only by me to pursue and to try to change American policy to what I believe would be more just. And therefore, when it comes to me, you don't need to worry about any contract running out or anything like that. That's not why I'm involved. And again, I will never accept any money from a Nigerian. I will never accept any money from a Biafran. I will never accept any money from a lobbyist. I'm doing this because it's right, and therefore I will continue to do it. It's a publisher perish world for an academic, and I'm hooked on the Biafran cause.
Thank you very much. One more again, Congressman Jim Moran, which I know you know, and he's our lobby, and we actually have an alliance here with us as well. Can you as well promise Biafrans that you will work closely, I know, with your, what you're doing, and Congressman Moran and alliance, they'll be doing a good job with them as well to bring justice for Biafran people. Thank you.
If I may just say, I've testified in Congress before Jim Moran when he was in Congress, and the congressman and I disagree on air. It wasn't a pleasant hearing for me, and it may not have been a pleasant hearing for him. But sometimes principle unites, and whatever disagreements we may have on other issues, they don't extend. And it's a pleasure to work with allies wherever one can find them on any side of the aisle. Biafra should not be a partisan cause in the United States. It should be a cause of principle, and therefore I know that we will continue to work towards a common goal when it comes to justice and freedom and liberty for Biafra. I commend Jim Moran for what he's been doing, because partisanship doesn't come into play with it.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Robin, thank you very much for your commitment in putting the truth out there to the public. On behalf of the Prime Minister as the government representative in Europe, and I also live in Finland here. In your own words, what would you tell the Finnish authorities right now in regards to the allegations of incitement by our honorable?
You know, Finland's got to be on the right side of history. Finland especially should its status, its claim as being the freest country on earth. That's what Freedom House ranked it as. And right now they're endangering their status. I should note that this isn't just a Nigeria-Finland issue. When there was an argument, when there was an effort Finland and Sweden to join NATO, Turkey tried to blackmail both, but mostly Sweden, in order to betray Kurds, and Kurdish free speech in Sweden, in order to get Recep Tayyip Erdogan to drop his objection to Sweden's accession to NATO. And Sweden betrayed its principles. And Recep Tayyip Erdogan, while he allowed Sweden to NATO, gratuitously humiliated Sweden. Finland should not allow itself to be gratuitously humiliated. It violates religious freedom by a country that violates democracy, by a country that has been guilty of genocide. Finland must be better, and they must recognize that they should not be an armed transnational repression.
Thank you so much, Mr. Robin.
Okay.
This concludes our session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, my people, he is one of the congressmen, and he spoke to Biafrans, and that was it. Everybody knows Nigeria. Nigeria is always shooting themselves. They think that people don't know them, you know. And to show you our angels, our guardian angels, I saw the video, and this is the...
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go.
This is the kind of video that our PM usually carry to show Biafrans that everything is intact, security is intact, defense is intact. So when I saw it, USB Army. So I want us to see it.
That Zoological Republic a worse place than Somalia, and today it is happening. I think I've not applied for Somalia visa and try and do socialize the Somali visa as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction, and there is nothing man can do to pass it. Mark this thing, what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
Yes, my people, that's our guardian angels back home. They are doing the needful, and you just need to see it and be rest assured that security for our people has stopped. You know. And this other one.
Yes. Please. We have been here in this square for a couple of minutes.
Yes, this is Professor Chioma. She's in charge of our data and every other thing that she controls under her leadership as one of the ministers from US. So we were at the square where this interview was made.
Now, and we've seen hundreds and hundreds of Biafra who came from all over the world.
Yes.
In solidarity, in this square, we are standing in solidarity with our Prime Minister.
Yes.
For some days, we have had a successful event which ends today.
Yes, yes.
That event is one of the best the world has ever seen.
Yes.
There is no self-referendum that has gathered the amount of votes our self-referendum has gathered. It was counted yesterday, revealing
517 deaths.
You can hear from the. You can hear from the. You can know ourselves.
Ratifying our referendum.
Yes.
And our declaration of independence.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. That is awesome. It has never been done before. This morning, we paused our program to come in a solidarity march with our Prime Minister, who has done nothing but to fight to save our people. As we are speaking right now, the Nigerian military and police are occupying Biafra land. They are kidnapping our people. They are taking their organs if they cannot pay. I just to a space program, and you, Honorable Mr. Snow, you were there.
Yes.
When they were given real accounts from homeland of people who were affected. They are mounting all their military and police along our roads. They get into villages and they kidnap people. That's what our Prime Minister has been fighting against. And you see, they took him. We still continue with our program, meaning he is not alone. We are all with him and we support him. And that's why we are here this morning. Yes. Thank you very much. And Biafra, thank you for your support, for voting for the referendum, and all the delegates from all over the world. We thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we
Dr.
know
Bryson,
that now that they have seen that without Simon we could still do our convention. They have seen that even holding Mazin and the Kanu didn't stop the agitation. Our agitation is organic, and no bullet, no gun will stop it. The only thing that will stop it is our freedom. And if you listen to the Eritrean president, he advised Nigeria not to use gun to stop us. He said use pen.
The power of the pen.
We hope it's gonna be resolved through the pen. And if conscientious people all over the world can step in so that we don't lose any more souls in the quest for our freedom. That includes the UN, that includes the European Union, that includes the African Union. The problem is that Fulani has infiltrated all these bodies, and each time we bring anything that is against the Fulani agenda, they put it under the table. But we're not going to accept that. We're going to fight through these obstacles until our freedom is assured. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you for speaking to Biafrans. And I am sure that Biafrans who have heard you today and who will listen to this very brief interview with our most dear professor and Dr. Bryson will surely understand that our quest is not that to stop the relationship we have with our neighbors, but to make sure that we secure the lives of our people.
Yes.
Like the professor stated, the space this more to everything that we're doing. How the Nigerian police are terrorizing our people in their homes. It is very, very sad. So we appreciate you very much for this brief interview. Thank you so much.
They kidnap the people fighting for us. That's not acceptable. Our Prime Minister needs to know that we stand with him.
Yes.
Wherever he calls us, we go.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, my people. This is it. The professor was there. She was down and up and down. My people, she was fantastic and amazing. That very day, she never rested. She never rested. Let's listen to one of our brothers.
You know, plans. Nigeria, you will never remain the same. You called us a terrorist. And I have some useless northerners. There are so many sensible ones among you, some useless northerners coming to ask the prescribe MSEN Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist. They should prescribe IPOB a terrorist. IPOB. Do you know the meaning of indigenous people at Biafra? Who are the Biafrans? People like us that are abroad. You think they don't have sex? You can see so much hatred, bitterness in your words because you don't like the Igbo. Let us go. You don't want in and do our business in peace. No, your own is you get jealous of us. Anytime we buy big cars, anytime if we are living comfortably, you are jealous of us. Allow us to go, you refuse. But this time, this is the end because Biafra has come. And spoiler alert, the next president of United States is Donald J. Trump. That one, you know the year. This prescription that you want them to prescribe IPOB, we will see how it goes. Terrorist country, terrorist nation. Those of you that are asking me, what passport did I use in traveling? I am using the non-Nigerian passport that cannot get you anywhere. When apart from when they see that you have a certain. When I've lived in England for how many years? When I want to go to any country, when I show them my residential permit, they allow me to go. A very, very useless country indeed. Useless country. You are coming to prove that in ICC. None of you want to show up again after calling Mazi Simon a terrorist. After calling Mazi, you that the kidnap of MSEN Nnamdi Kanu will be the end of Nigeria. You refuse. You think we are joking? But we told you that can only kill the ideology of Biafrans. And we have risen up to fight and remove your soldiers from our land before it's too late. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Nigerians. God bless Biafrans and God bless MSEN Nnamdi Kanu and MSEN. Thank you.
So my people, you have heard him. Each and every one of us have our own grievances presented and how we pass it across to our people to digest and analyze. You know, everything he said, they are all correct. He said them rightly. You don't love Biafrans. You want other tribes to start hating Biafrans. The Biafrans wanted to go, you are fighting them to keep them. What for? Because of oil and gas. They say that our land was given to them by God. Which God? Which God allows you to buy land? Ndị Igbo si ịma analụ nwatakịrị ụkpana ya maka na ọ na-ara mmanụ. This is what we are going through in that country. MSEN Nnamdi Kanu, terrorist. Now Simon Ekpa, terrorist. Why not open your mouth and say the truth for once? We do not have anything in common with Nigeria. Not Nigerians, but Nigeria government. Predominantly done by Fulanis. They are the ones controlling Nigeria since 1914 till date. They don't want anybody to say a word. Control. Command and control. That's what they are doing. My people, you see, all this and many more is why we want to live. The ideology, and you cannot kill that dream, that idea of leaving Nigeria. So many people are now rising up, you know. So many people are rising up to talk about Biafra. Let's listen to this man of God and we will call it a day.
And I see myself in a place called the southeastern part of this country. And I see myself right there called the Biafran Badge. As I enter there, I am seeing what's called surveys in Biafra land. And I begin to ask myself, I thought this man is right there in Finland. Now what's going on? What's going on here? What's happening there? I'm seeing the man surveys and has become a completely different person from who you used to know. Has become so wide, has become so strong and so powerful. I begin to ask myself, am I trying to see clear or what is this? Because a major prophet of God cannot begin to give prophecy that are not in the realm of the spirit. And all of a sudden, and this young man appeared right there in the Biafra land, and this was called trumpet being blown, and this was called a marching, and this was called people formation from different angles and different areas. And I begin to say, what means did he enter here? What's going on here? Because major prophet of God cannot see things that are not pure. And all of a sudden the Lord said, do you remember what I told you right there in the sea that appeared? And yes, of a dragon. I said, yes, I remember. And the Lord said, that's what's called the word power number one. My God. These people are there now, the word power now, or time is coming for one power ship. What's going on? The Lord said, this is what he has revealed to me, because the time is ticking for what's called by fire, by force. It is going to be the thing that God showed me 4 years ago. There's going to be war, and the Lord said, not war, but something very dangerous and unthinkable that no man will agree act into war, but rather to come to agreement, rather to come to pinpoint, rather to come to resolving the issues. And what I begin to.
So my people, what he is actually giving of how Biafra is going to come. Many people are laughing. You could recall when I played Dr. Kemi Lawrence's video. She said that some people were laughing instead of covering it because government in exile is real and is legal. What we are doing is from the Spirit of God. He is the one leading us, just the way he used Moses and Aaron to lead the children of Israel away from Egypt. That's exactly what is going on. Do not mind all these temporary setbacks, because they are so temporary that more than 3 months and everything will come back to normal, my people. So many countries have gone through what we are going through now, and they finally came to stand. Anything good does not come easy. When brother and sister fights, they will later reconcile because blood is thicker than water. Every Biafran must know that a lot of interest, on Nigeria because of our oil. So they wouldn't let go easily. If it is only Nigeria that we are fighting, they are a calm case. But if you reflect on Nigeria Biafra War 1967 to 1970, it was like a world war. Those who are interested, they don't want to give up. Just like Macron of France is fighting now. Already Traore has had 12 assassination attempt on his life. I really do not know why God gave us all these mineral resources and they are being controlled by foreigners. But my people, God is with us. God is with us. We will continue to push. When you quarrel with your brother today, tomorrow reconcile with him, because they also went through the same rigorous processes to get to where they are today. So my fellow Biafrans, I will love you and leave you. If God and my health permit me, we will continue to evangelize, talking about Biafra and what we go through to the world for them to be serious. Now we have declared Biafra on our own as a nation and had two countries or two nations that have recognized us. The Eritrea president, he was there. The document has been signed, and the Chinese man said that 5 countries, including Australia, New Zealand, what other country? He mentioned 5 countries that told him that they will recognize Biafra. My people, we must remain strong. Nothing will happen to our struggle. God is with us. All hail Biafra. Peace, unity, progress, and equity. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. Be strong. All hail Biafra. Good evening from here, and take care of yourselves so that we will all rejoice together. We will rejoice together. Thank you, my people. I love you all. Universal Queen, thank you so much. Jinadu Waris, thank you. Sabara Hannah, thank you so much. Olga, I thank you for joining. My wonderful sister Mary Chizoba Peters, thank you for joining. And Eugene Okpata, thank you. I will call you with the number you left. EO Nwaikuku, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Amy Best, Freeman Ikotonye, thank you for joining. And Bokrikbo 1, John Diala, thank you all for joining. Yes, GOC, Mr. Eze, thank you for joining. Thank you, my people. Good evening from here. Bye.